Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, a big series win. I'm proud of the kids. We didn't pitch great today, but we managed. We found ways to get big outs. We held on for dear life. Again, we walked too many guys, too many hit by pitches, too many free bases. But we managed the situations and we were able to get big outs. Didn't make any errors, and obviously got the big hits. Jeffrey's home run was huge. And then Pablo extending the lead there in the bottom of the 8th inning just to give us some breathing room. Changes the structure and the pressure in the 9th inning. So Chase comes in and gets that last out, which was big. And so again, we got work to do, but you got to find ways to win. We talk about it all the time, find different ways. And today we scored some runs early, held on for dear life, got a big run in the 8th, and found a way to win. So I'm just proud. It's a huge series win against a really, really good team. Putting ourselves in a situation to continue to try to fight for the number 1 spot. So I'm proud of the guys for coming out this week. Again, we've had to overcome so much, and it seems like it just never stops. But we've toughened ourselves, and we showed great toughness today.
Are there any specific examples, after that ECU series and that JU game, I know everyone was down, but for you guys to be where you are with all the injuries, have there been any guys behind the scenes that have been picking the guys up and just telling them to keep on believing?
Yeah. No, I think all the older guys. Jeffrey obviously is huge, and Tom Jostin and David Litchfield and Hunsaker and Saxton, and those guys are the leaders of our club, and they just. We talk a lot about just make sure the guys are keeping showing up and working, and obviously as much as I can say it and as much as I can tell them, it helps when they're in the locker room saying it in their voice. So I'm proud of all those older guys because they don't let anybody sit back and complain. Like, we just show up every day and keep working, and just hope to get healthier and healthier as the year goes on, and hopefully we'll just keep playing better and better baseball and peak at the end.
How would you evaluate what you saw from Connor?
Yeah, again, looked like he hadn't thrown in a game for a few weeks. So the stuff I thought was decent, just the command, and I know he really wants to be out there. I think he's fighting some of that too, of wanting to do well, and so I think coming out today and wanting to help the team win, he knew how big of a game it was. So I think he was amped up, at the same time trying maybe to do a little too much. So, but I'm proud of him for going out and competing. I know it's difficult. When you haven't pitched in a couple weeks, and obviously there's probably in the back of his mind still wanting to make sure that he doesn't, have the blister again and things like that. So I'm proud of him going out and competing and finding a way. You don't give up any runs and manage the innings. And again, he could be like, oh my gosh, make excuses, and he didn't. He just goes out there and just says, I'm just going to do my best to try to find a way to put zeros up on the board, and he did it. So proud of his toughness.
Count on him, or?
Yeah. It was really close. He could have gone maybe a couple more hitters, but at that point, it's like, let's get somebody in there with a clean inning. And make sure we don't, do anything crazy. So it was just pitch count stuff.
How big would you say the offensive role was in getting this series win? And what do you think the difference in offensive production now than it was the same beginning of the season?
Yeah, we're getting deeper in the toolbox. We're using different things. We got to steal some bases this week. We got a bunch of drag bunts and bunt base hits. We got some fake bunt hit and runs. We're digging deep into the toolbox, finding a way. But it was great for us to get a lead. I think that was really big for us, especially the way we've been pitching the last couple of days. Get the lead and just hold on for dear life. And so proud of all the guys offensively. We got guys on base. We did what we needed to do. Obviously, get the big hits by Jeffrey and Pablo. But Sundin gets a huge double early in the game. So jumping on them early. Trying to get their starter out of the game and get to their bullpen, we knew that was going to be something we wanted to try to do, and proud of that. Again, but we just keep finding ways, different ways to try to score runs, and we just keep digging deep in that toolbox.
I saw trainers check in on Noah Orlando,
Yeah.
and he ended up getting pinch run.
Yeah.
Did you just have a little update?
Yeah, he was just cramping, so long day out here in the heat, so just got to hopefully get him back, be okay tomorrow. But, just cramping.
A big home run for Jeffrey, just breaking the game open, and that was huge.
It was huge. And back-to-back days, he's hit big home runs, and that one was huge, though. It was actually his mom's here for the first time ever from the DR, so I got to see him play for the first time in history. So, I know that it meant a lot to him to have her here. Him and I talk about her all the time, just when she come in, and just things that just haven't worked out, and so she's never got a chance to see him play. So it was fun to see him be able to do that. and know that his mom and his stepdad were in the stands for the first time. It was awesome.
Will gets the win. What did you like about his performance?
Yeah, again, I mean, I think him and Connor were very equal. Like, you know, they don't give up hits. You know, you just got to be able to throw strikes, and that's obviously been Will's issue. But it's amazing how people have so much trouble trying to find barrels with him. But he does a great job of managing the trouble that he puts himself into. And, you know, again, we talk about it all the time. Like, obviously we don't want that to happen, but if it does, like, you know, at least I know that he's not out there worrying about like the mess. Like, he's not worried about the trouble that he's putting in. He goes out there and just says, I don't care. Like, I'll get this guy out. And, you know, just keep competing and gives himself a chance. And so proud of him for fighting through it and finding a way to put up zeros.
What's the challenge now? You're going to be on the road for a while, couple weeks, couple weekends, some midweek games before you come home for the last 4.
Yeah, I mean, just got to keep showing up, keep working, find a way. You know, I told the guys that don't be shocked if there's more things that we have to overcome, but hopefully we continue to get healthier and just keep playing baseball. And again, we're gonna, just like last week at Wichita, it was a bunch of home runs and hitting the ball all over the park. Today it was a little bit, you know, this weekend was a little bit different, and it's going to be the same way. You never know what the game is going to ask you to do, so just be prepared for everything, and whatever we got to do that day to win the ball game, make sure we're ready for it.
Would you say it's a little bit different now going to play South Florida since you guys started conference play with them? And what do you want the team to maybe do at South Florida that maybe you didn't see this week?
I mean, just, you know, obviously pitch a little bit better, especially out of the bullpen. But again, it's hard to say though because we don't know what the game's going to ask of us. So we just need to continue to worry about us and keep putting ourselves in a good situation to try to win games and get that #1 seed. You know, the only way we do that is working and showing up every day. Thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it.